What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 10 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Lord Skrolk Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, the war with the Awakened has begun in earnest, and if not quite ended yet, the Awakened are very much in trouble, down to 368 settlements right here. And of course we do have the potential for their allies to sail across the sea and attack us, which is very possible, as the closer we get to this coastline, the closer we conversely get to Arcan over here, who doesn't like us very much for attacking his friend. And in addition to that, Lord Skrolk begun the attack on the Cathians of the Jade Court, a little bit of a preview for the action we'll be having in Cathay itself. Although, actually, speaking of Cathay, while we're at it, how close are we to finding Clan Eshin? They don't seem to be doing too well out here. Oh wow, it's going to take a long time to go down this river. Although I guess it doesn't take, well, this doesn't actually save us much time going through the land, does it? Although I do see Skaven corruption. Oh, in fact, there's Skaven corruption right here. It must be from an adjacent territory, however. Might still be beneficial to land. Maybe the Skaven are somewhere around here. But anyway, we'll figure that out as we go. And this time around, we will be trying to wipe out the Awakened and trying to get a fight with Yuan Bo and maybe even declare war on Heshuatl. And on top of that, I'd like to start getting our Eshin army up and running. We have one more turn until the Den of Secrets is available. But as soon as we do, we'll have most of the things we'll want. A couple of assassins. I'll have to take a look at what their traits are as they go. I hope that they have some traits that buff other assassin characters, as that would be quite well. Our Russian army is probably going to be the only one that won't have the Vermintide summoning plague priests with them, even though they are a benefit to pretty much every army. But anyway, for now, building upgrade available, Undercity upgrade available. I believe we're ready to end the turn, or if we're not, we're ending it anyway. Greasy, what you want? Peace treaty? No, not for 1,000 gold. Maybe for much, much more gold, but certainly not for 1,000 gold. Also, while the turn is ending, once again, we did manage to reach the engagement threshold, just barely, or at least start trending towards it. So the episode will once again be that hour long. See if I can get it to an hour proper this time again. And the engagement threshold remains 400 likes and 60 comments, and the next episode will follow suit. War declared between Karakadrin and Clan Moors, that's fine. Technology researched. We have the Sword of Cain claimed by some guy for belonging to the Scourge of Cain. We don't have enough pox tech or pox samples for these things, but we're getting there. And for now, I guess we'll want to take Carve Under Tunnels. I have been wanting that additional campaign movement range. Frankly, at this point, I'm not sure that it's worth the time to bother buffing Clan Rats or Skaven Slaves, since we're not really going to need to use them all of that. Well, the Clan Rats, not really all that much. And the Skaven Slaves are mostly there to die in droves anyway, so, yeah. Alrighty, now Skrolk, are you able to reach the Isle of the Crimson Skull? By the looks of it, you are. Though your movement range is so limited, you most likely won't then be able to... you won't be able to sack it. 1, 2, 3. Another option would be to jump out here to Pawash, go through Shrine of Sotek, and then land at the Isle of the Crimson Skull. Yeah, but then we still won't be able to sack it then, will we? Alright, fine, just go this way. Maybe I can sack it and then still stop Skrolk in time. Pyrrhic Victory. Well, they do have some defenders. We'll take quite a bit of damage if we do. I will think about it. It is a defended settlement in the sense that it does have the garrison building, which means we would have to fight it manually, which we very well could. But we do have another potential manual fight here at the Awakening, which I see they didn't sally out, and surprisingly Lana Scott did not attempt to go towards us. Actually, wait, maybe this is a good thing. I just got an idea. Which would be the better use of our time? So, the Isle of the Crimson Skull has a port, so does the Awakening. Neither one of them, unfortunately, have any kind of special building, though. I was wondering, we could probably spend the food to get at least one of them to tier 3 immediately. Probably the Awakening. Better defenses in case Arcan comes a-calling. Which is very likely. So that means I think we've no choice but to attack the Awakening. We have to do it here. We could lose the Clan Rats and auto-resolve it, but I think because this other army is nearby, we're going to have to manually fight it. and bombard the enemy. Do we want to use... Well, you know what? Let's get 3 of these, just enough to obliterate the enemy mortars. And otherwise we can go. I probably should have taken a look at the skills, but I'm pretty sure even if we do have skills, it's only 1 point because we would have leveled Ian up over last episode or so. Alright, now this map, right, alright, so we can maybe deploy here and try to obliterate the towers. There should only be 2 defending there, and then we can just lob mortar shells over the walls until the enemy is so heavily damaged that our relatively limited number of clan rats can destroy what remains of the Awakening. Or of the Awakened in the Awakening. Though Luther seems to be asleep from... not last episode, but the episode before that. Anyway, you guys go here. Oh, there's a lot of trees here, which ain't great, but whatever. Catapults go like so that the trees don't interfere. And then I guess the mortars can go like so. Hopefully we don't get hit. Ooh, you know what? If they have an army ability, that's maybe dangerous. Go like this. So it can't hit all of them and, you know, heavily damage them. Flamethrowers or warp fire throwers in the towers is kind of interesting. Stay there, go up on the walls. I kind of don't dislike the idea. What the heck? Why did... I don't remember why I built 3 rams. I think I just meant to build more towers and misclicked it. Whatever. Clan rats go here. You with the 1 ram can actually go for the enemy walls. We also have you guys. You know what? Spread yourselves out, like so. And the lords and the heroes, and there's not a lot of space to set up here, but what can you do? Anyway, that looks good to me. Start battle, go for tower 1, you go for the ramp, and that's what I was talking about. And they used it on the clan rats. What is this? What is this ability? Oh, it's the Wraith Storm. It's gonna hurt the Plague Claws. Not as much as it could have, though. Alrighty, how's that tower looking? It's gonna take a bit of time to bring it down. And we're gonna take some damage, no doubt about it, but, well, what can you do? Let's set up a unit of Vermintide just out front so that we can have it, hopefully tank some hits for us. Alright, how's our ammunition, incidentally? Well, it's okay. We'll probably want to move the Poison Wind Mortars forward. Turn off your skirmish mode and then move way, way forward. We'll also need to send at least 1 unit to climb the walls, although that'll mean we won't be able to... Now, stay right here, keep taking mortar shells. We'll need to be able to summon units on top of the enemy. Yeah, you know what? Go here, climb the walls. And let's see, this tower is just about down, and let's switch to the next tower immediately. You guys are moving forward. The mortars just got to make sure that they're not in range of the poison ones, or at the very least so that they're attacking the clan rats instead. Alright, let us get 1, 2, 3, maybe 1 of them moving forward. Since only 1 of them will be able to dock on those walls anyway. Now this tower is no longer functional, which is lovely for us. Mortars are in range of at least some of the enemy units. Oh, we don't have the toxic pool ability, or else we'd be able to melt away those zombie pirates here. The gunnery mode. That's fine. Alright, this tower will go down shortly. The clan rats are now climbing the walls, which means we can do this. And maybe we should start moving these guys forward to attack the mortars as well, since the towers will be down shortly. Alright, and strike, no guarantee that those guys will actually succeed at what they're doing after all. Ram, keep going for the gate, try not to die to the mortar fire. Mortar fire is hitting back on our units of poison wind mortars, but that's hardly surprising. Move forward as well. And you guys try to knock out that zombie pirate gunnery mob. We can even move forward the death globes and poison wind regular globes. I can start doing some damage as well. The warp fire throwers would be wasted on it, however, so... Oh, what the heck? Something just damaged you pretty heavily. Oh, it's another Wraith Storm. Damn those Wraith Storms. Alright, and... Okay, fire on this unit, maybe. Actually... Huh, you guys are moving really far forward. Alright, set up like so. There's too many of them. And mortars set up like so. Ram is at the wall or at the gate, so you guys can move forward as well. Alright, and clan rats are still there. How's the enemy mortars? Well, this one's still alive, if you can call it that. And we'll get another summon on this one. That is a lot of animated hulks, which are going to be somewhat problematic for us, but we do have Ian to hopefully kill them. Alright, and there we go. That's the other mortar. Alright, you guys keep on firing away at what you can. Mortar fire still dropping upon us. There are no more mortars that we have to concern ourselves with over there, however. Let's get to you guys a little bit closer. And I'd say get the first of our warp fire throwers up through. The other two, I think... Oh, one of you can actually go up here? Fantastic, go up there. The other one, I think we can just get out of it and send it through the... Send it through the gate instead. Probably a better use of our time. You start summoning some... Let's say Vermintide first. Let's not waste the Plague Monk summons, because they're a little bit expensive. We do still have a fair bit of ammunition. And at the very least, we want all the zombies gone. Alright, and is this mortar still fighting? Our clan rats were still fighting, but not for much longer. And just to double check, that mortar is gone, and presumably that is the only mortar that the enemy have remaining. Meaning, as soon as we kill off this one... Wait, I did that correctly. The summoning, I mean. The menacing from below. And... there we go. Alright. Alright, you three. Well, actually, just you two. And get on in there, start summoning. And let's get the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers in. Let's also start moving in the regular Clan Rats. We got another Wraith Storm coming down. That one didn't do too much for us. We can start moving in the Death Globes and the Poison Winds to follow the other units. There you. And let's get another one of these Vermintide summons. Enemy is moving in after all. Alright, everybody else keep on firing. Mortars, I don't see too many things in range, so that means I think you can move even closer to the enemy walls. Warp fire throwers, set yourselves up right there. Now let's get the Death Globes up there as well. And where's the other one? Did it get stuck on the catapults, or is it actually moving? Hey. Huh, yeah, it's actually stuck on the catapults. That's fascinating. Does look kind of cool with them, though. Let's hope that it can move them aside. It's kind of dumb, what can you do? Anyway, what do we have here? Is that the enemy? Oh, it's an enemy vampire fleet captain. Kill him. Or her. Alright, Death Globes up here, please. We should be able to outrange most of the enemy things. In fact, let's get the Poison Winds up there as well. Why not? And you guys, well, you can move up here. Where are the other flamethrowers, or the other warp fire throwers? You're up here, you down here. Go here. Alright, the enemy lord is nearly done. We can maybe watch a few hits there. Just gotta be careful about that. That's exactly what I wanted to be careful about. Ian, be careful. You do have a, well, not a healing potion, but a potion. That's back you away. And the enemy should be dead. Let's just summon a few more Vermintide units. Enemy should melt. There we go. Said enemy has melted. Keep sending summoned units at the enemy until they run out of troops or until we run out of mana. You can probably fight them. Alright, and you go up there. Keep taking positions up on the walls. What is this? I don't know. All rats. Go. What the heck are you doing? Huh? It won't obey commands. That was weird. 1 second. Not to you. The other one. Not to you. Maybe it was one that was escaping and I wanted a different one. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's just keep setting units up here. Warp fire throwers, you're good, or at least I hope you are. Oh, we can set the warp fire, or warp fire, we can set the engineer up there as well. Alright, and Ian, I'd love for you to get into combat. There isn't really any need. Let's get a unit of Plague Monks summoned. They are unbreakable, so no amount of damage they take will matter. Oh! I forgot about the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. Whoops, they took a lot of damage. I mistook them for Vermintide units. They are still alive, but, well, it's not a good life. Oh well. Not a big deal. Oh, tower actually got to where it needs to go. I'm impressed. And you know what? I think we're not going to bother sending you. I was going to put the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers in a fire army anyway, so even if they die here, whatever. Not a big deal. And frankly, they cost twice as much as, they're 3 times as much as the regular clan rats, so maybe it's better that they died. as mean as that may be. You guys, I'd like you to start moving over here, as there's a pile of enemy basic units over there. You can deal with them. And you know what, let's set up one of the Plague Claws like here, maybe 2 of the, the mortars are basically out of ammunition. Alright, and who is still able to climb? You're still able to climb. Let's send the Warp Fire Throwers up there as well. This Warp Fire Thrower is going where it needs to be going. You can move towards the enemy and start summoning a little bit of that good old-fashioned Vermintide. And any enemy that attempts to move towards our line here will get destroyed. Lovely. That's a... okay, that's a summoned unit of clan rats. Was concerned there for a second, and where's the summon? Ideally before the deckhand... no, not the deckhands, the gunnery mob fires. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to avoid, but it's too late now. Just move forward, I guess. All of you forward. And do one of these. There we go, Pestilent Breath, and now you're in the fight. You can activate your Potion of Toughness so that you're in the middle of the fight. And hey, the catapult has drawn into range. Can't quite see what the heck is happening, but we do see the glowing red eyes of the Brood Corps as it is cavorting through the piles of enemy units. These things are always very fun to watch, and I'd like to get Ian a few of the regular Brood Corps as his sort of little cavalry pile. Cavalry-ish. Or maybe we use him as a Molder army, get him some rat ogres and stuff as well. I did have that thought earlier as well. Anyway, more plague monks, please. Alright, how are we doing out here? Oh, there's another unit of rotting Prometheans. Oh, the clan rats are actually climbing. Of course they are. Why am I not surprised? More fire throwers up here, please. Engineer up here. The thing is, none of these enemies can actually go to the walls, so all of the rotting Prometheans, all of the monstrous infantry are completely irrelevant to this. And they won't sally out, and there's probably not much of a point in them even trying to do so, so... too bad, so sad for the little crabbies. I do love them so, though. How are we doing out here? Alright, you are at full HP, the enemy units are melting away. Sorry to the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers, but the battle is just about ours. Now let's move out here, I'm just going to speed this up. I think it's just going to be a matter of proximity shortly. As in, oh, there's another unit here. Alright, go towards that, and we'll summon another unit of Vermin. Oh, this is our last Vermintide unit. Whatever. Not a big deal. And hey, it looks like our Plague Claws can actually reach all the way back here. Well, isn't that lovely? Alrighty, and there we go, more Vermintides. We will want 2 Plague Priests in this army, and I'll keep an eye out for another scabbed, scarred one to summon it on the field immediately. There we go. Brood Horror is working, and of course we don't have to worry about Ian nearly as much anymore since the Brood Horror has regeneration, even if he does get hurt, unlike the Bone Breaker, even if it doesn't hit as hard. And the Bone Breaker is for doing damage, and the Brood Horror is for tanking, but at the same time, since the Brood Horror has that lethal poison, and still works out fairly well. And there we go, I believe that is the last unit, or at the very least, the last unit that needs to be fully destroyed, as the other ones have begun to melt away. In just a matter of time now. Let's get in proximity, don't even really need to fight the enemy, and in fact, maybe we want to avoid taking additional damage. There we go, just gotta wait until these units are gone. I mean, I guess we'll heal to full anyway, so... Move you guys here. Want to get some nice shots, but, well, why not get the Brood Horror in for that? Just gotta be careful about, I suppose, range units dishing out damage. There we go, into the fray once more. We've been in the breach the entire time, so into the fray. And the Lethal Toxin, of course, not going to be super helpful against the animated hulks, but it hardly matters. Also, where is that darn Plague Priest? You're supposed to be helping out. Not that Ian is taking any damage. What is our melee defense is at 68. His stats are pretty solid on the Brood Horror. Are you stuck? I don't know. Oh, for the love of, there's one unit all the way back here and it's not melting away due to the lack of proximity. Alright. Fortunately, Brood Horrors are blazing fast. Look at this thing go. 129 speed. Not perhaps Eagle speed, but it's pretty darn quick moving. And no problem taking the Awakening, if in fact I hadn't confused the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers with a unit of regular Vermintide summons, we would have taken effectively no damage. I guess a couple of losses to our Plague Claw catapults and our mortars due to fire from the enemy range. And, well, the enemy towers more so, and then a little bit from the enemy mortars. Anyway, last of the enemies fall, and with that the decisive victory is ours. Nice. And I think that these guys survived. If they had over 30 units remaining, and that was the amount that they had the last time I checked, they should be fine. Alright, and hopefully sacking this place and then retaking it will give us enough money to sort of fund our new Eshin army. And possibly Molder Army if Ian is the one that's going to command it. Granted, he doesn't have any buffs for them, but frankly, as I recall, the Warlord buffs for Rat Ogres isn't all that strong anyway. It's just like plus 10 charge or something. I'll take another look at it, see if it's worth building it like that. And of course, we wouldn't want an army of all Rat Ogres and stuff, because we still have Throt to hopefully confed. A little bit of food, a little bit of money. And we will sack the place for 4.7k. Huh, I thought it said 5.1k when we checked it. Interesting. Alright, now let's see if I can click this right. Perfect. Panic. The panic sets in. You don't need the Lichbone Pennant. We can give that to somebody who actually needs the magical damage. You're good. We will occupy this place. And we will occupy it at tier 3. This will take us down. But I hope we can immediately get it back up. Slanesh, giggle. Let's loot and occupy it at tier 3. Alright, then... There's an island here as well, which will be nice. You can immediately repair that harbor. And I guess immediately build the arcane... Okay, I don't collect the income. Immediately build the Taskmaster's platform and the arcane generators. They're gonna take a while, but it'll take a few turns to capture Poxmarsh and Talax. Anyway, you are going to auto-resolve and occupy Shalanhopek. Not using up any food. It's not giving you any food for the battle, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Alright, Mosquito Swamps, and go for the expansionist planning immediately. Let's also get that mine up and running, and... Oh, actually, I guess we can wait until next turn, because we will have the expansionist planning to reduce the effect. Mutin and all of you guys, you need to take Brigun and Zahutek. So... I guess we will move you... Oh, wait. I can also move you down to Brigun and have you take it. Oh, Brigun actually has defenses, yeah, but the defenses are still rather weak, so you and Vermich should be able to take it while Mutin moves, perhaps to Tlax, if we send Ian down to Fuming Serpent in the Star Tower. Certainly potential for it. Or we could send him up here to help with Heshwatl. Remains to be seen. Anyway, Mutin, strike please. Oh, you're not actually in range. Why are you lying to me, game? Or maybe he is in range and the game is... Yeah, now he's in range. Alright, kill this. Okay, try again. You're gonna back up towards the settlement, which I take it will mean we can... You go right here. We still want to sack it. No, we don't. It's barely worth anything, meaning we don't care. Mutant, kill Henrietta, please. Ambush, okay. Auto-resolve. Get a little bit of food. We want to get it back up to the next tier. What are we at, by the way? 68%. Not great. We will take the food. Honestly, even tier 3 might not actually be worth it, and it might be better off to just do... either tier nothing, or tier 0, or tier 4. Anyway, I'll resolve this. And Banner of the Under Empire yet again. Lovely, we'll take it. Loot and occupy Zahutek, and don't collect the income. Don't bother with the Rattling Warrens either. And Brigun should fall next turn. I'll send you here. You can't reach Brigun, but what you can do is march stance all the way out to Talax, and hopefully hit it next turn as well. Alrighty, Scroll of Shielding, Settlement receives Plague, Zahutek, good, and Brigun already has a Plague, so hopefully Nivaventer can pick it up. How many turns is it going to take? 2 turns. Oh, so it'll make no difference. Okay, so you can upgrade this immediately then. And this is going to take 1 turn, so we can upgrade this immediately. And this is going to take 1 turn, so it's going to... But yeah, just do it. Just do it. All good. Alrighty, you guys are good. Food is still not where we want to be, but we need to get it back up to where we need it ASAP-ish and Finder. Keep going. Aha! Deathmaster Snitch. Wellity. Minus 140. Oh, you're stronger than I thought you'd be. Which, kind of doesn't look like it, because you only have 5 settlements, but, well, we found all the major clans except Scryer at this point. You are at war with the northern provinces and western provinces, as well as the Spirit of the Jungle. If we declare war on these guys, ooh, we're very close to being able to get a trade agreement going. The Golden Order or the Spirit of the Jungle. I mean, if we're going to land here, we're going to have to declare war on the Spirit of the Jungle anyway. So I could do that, and ooh, he likes that. Trade agreement, non-aggression pact, and yeah, payments, sure.
I shall
There we go, we could always peace out with them for money, and the trade agreement will help us acquire more money every turn. And just to double check, is there anything we can do Diplo-wise? But it doesn't look like there is. Caravan out of curiosity. 2.3k they're willing to give us. We'll keep an eye on it. Kugath. No, go back. What are you doing, man? I'm growing kind of concerned by you trying to move over here when there are bunches of armies here. Oh, you better not lose your main territories. I'm gonna be very upset at you if you do. Alright, and I believe the only one we still... only ones I should say we still had to move with is you, Metastorm. Alariel, you're going to the Galleon's Graveyard. Oh. I wish I hadn't found you, because you're now probably going to declare war on us shortly. And we'll have to deal with just constant elf invasions. We'll probably send a couple of peacekeeping armies up north. Galleon's Graveyard is making 761. Honestly, it's not that much. Maybe Lothern will be the better choice after all. Alright, go up to Lothern. And we'll see if these guys just get destroyed next turn or so. And when the rats, when the elves declare war on us. Hey, we found Zatan. Is there anybody else we need to find? I think Kugath Finder's job is done now. We found Zatan, who... Oh. You know what, I maybe jumped the gun in declaring war on these guys because we could have asked him for a non-aggression pact for it. Well, I'm just gonna hope that he doesn't declare war on us, or that once we peace out with them... He's actually quite weak right now, right? He does still have the Volery, but compared to us he's rather weak, and we are back up to strength rank 1. Alright, Kugath Finder, at last I think your job is done, and you can rest, sir. I'm just wondering, nah, there's no reason to send him to Scry. Scry was really close, we can get somebody else to them. Goodbye, Kugath Finder. And oh, I guess Eshin Finder did his job as well. So we don't need to pay for him. Also, what is Eshin Finder? You're a Plague Priest, right? Yeah. I don't need you either. Yeah, there's nobody else here that we need to find, so disband you. Let's not pay for you, especially since we'll want to get one of those guys going. And there was another Scab-Scarred one. Fantastic. Just to double check, Ian, your guy is Scab-Scarred as well? No, he has Hideous Stench. Oh, right. And we had 2 with Hideous Stench. One in this army and then one in the Mutants army, maybe? No. I think you're Scab-Scarred. No. In the Ventur's army. Yeah, so the ones with Hideous Stench are going to be the ones that aren't going to, or shouldn't in theory, need to summon as much. Alright, well, either way, we need to get another one up and running, so it doesn't change matters. Let's start with you. And we'll keep an eye out for more Scab-Scarred guys, and then we'll pop them into the same army afterwards. We'll also see if Lana Scott attempts to siege or attack us here at the Awakening, but I don't think it'd go well if she tried. Skrolk, I think you're just gonna auto-resolve this. Yeah, we could fight it, and yeah, it's medium casualties, but honestly, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. Sack the place for a decent amount of cash as well. Oh, don't tell me. Ah, you're too far. I didn't click yet well enough. Oh, well. We'll have to retake it next turn. Oh, man. A shame. But at least we got the money. Dauntless and Opal Amulet, and that's it. Oh. We actually need to take it before it rebels, because these places aren't super happy, but what can you do? I guess we start the Nest Layer now, then. Fine, start it now. I was avoiding starting it because I was thinking we could just get the commandment up and running here, but whatever. All good. Alright, unassigned skill points, building upgrades available under city. We'll save up the money a little bit more because we're about to go on another recruiting spree to get Eshin and Molder up and running. Actually, speaking of Molder, Eshin is good now. Molder, okay, that's the Anointed Plague Monks. That's for Skrolk. Oh, did I not do buildings this turn? Oh, apparently I didn't. I was going to end the turn. Whoops. Sentinel of Time. You have these things, so assuming that we don't build one of these, although we very much could, the Scavenge Heap will give us the most money for our trouble. Although 162 is still not going to be a crazy amount of cash. Or we could do a capacity building and, for example, build a clan armory so that we can build Storm Vermin here as needed. What the heck? Why is there... What's... Huh, is there... Everybody's weapon strength is crazy. I think there's some kind of buffs in here from something that's giving them crazy weapon strength. Just for defensive purposes. Because I don't think those... Let's see, Lord Skrolk's army... Yeah, see, these guys' attacks are a lot more normal. They're not like 100 and something. It's something that Itza is doing, or the settlement is doing. Which is fine. Anyway. Where were we? Okay, wait, I gotta go back to the top. Alright, Lost Valley, back to you. Oh, that was Oishel, not Itza. Yeah, I think we'll do the Storm Vermin building here. Yeah, it's not gonna generate as much cash, but it's nice to have the ability to build them, since we don't right now. Granted, we're not going to build Storm Vermin right now, but we'll eventually. Cookin Plains, you're in Martial Planning now to generate more cash. River Curveza, you're actually also gonna go to Martial Planning, but only later on. And you're also probably going to be generating a ton of cash for us, so yeah, these three provinces, the ones that are over 2k, will be generally money generators. You're inefficient planning. We could get you back to growth, although the public order growth isn't too bad either. Let's hold on to it for now. Kayaks is fine. Great Turtle Isle is fine for now. Guanji Valley, definitely go for more trade goods, more public order, and at least for now... More growth or more food? We did just use a bunch of food, and we would like to use it again. But on the other hand, growing the place really quickly would be nice as well. I guess we have growth here as well. It's not like the growth is going to be bad. Nah, you know what? I think that the food will give us more mileage, so we're going to do the food instead. Yeah. Alrighty, Citadel of Dusk, you're fine. Generate more food for us, and we'll wait on the Capes upgrade. Temple of Kara, let's upgrade the Warren here. Good, though the public order is dropping, which is a little bit concerning. We did lose one public order due to dropping out of plentiful food, as well as a few other things, including growth. Yeah, okay, we need to get it back up and running. The one time. The one time I do that, but anyway. Bell Foundry and Mine of the Bearded Skulls, we're going to go for... I guess another Pestilent Knave, because we build these everywhere. Pox Cauldron. And then here we'll build the Molder Building. Breeding Stock. Lovely. Alright, next up we've got the Pillars of the Unseen Constellations. Let's build you up and get you food. And I guess you can stay in Expansionist Planning. Headhunter's Jungle, Altar of the Horned Rat. Already ready for an upgrade? I guess Expansionist Planning for you as well, though, oh, that'll take your public order negative. Then we could just slowly build it up. Or you know what? Just wait on it for a little bit. And then same with this place. And Sacred Pools, your public order is dropping once again, but you need to generate food for us. And eventually we'll probably get a few more techs that give us more public orders, so... It should, in theory, fix itself, or we actively fix it over time. Anyway, the rest of that looks good to me. Oh, right, Skrolk is also missing one unit, but it's because we're going to replace several units with Anointed Plague Monks soon as he is able to either get down there, or we ferry them to him. Anyway. Hello, I see a full stack there. Hopefully that is Yuan Bo. Ooh, it does mean that most likely he'll attack those territories. Peace treaty? No, buddy, no. That's not gonna happen. It's a little bit late for that. We put in so much work to infest Lustria, where we may as well infest Lustria. And, alright. -5 loyalty or -1000 treasury. That's a lot of loyalty debuffs. Whatever, just reward the Craven. We already did that, so we don't need to read it, or we've already read it, rather. Rebellion here. This is Yuan Bo. And yet another reason why it's annoying that this didn't quite work out, at least over here. But alright. What if he'd try to intercept us? Onyx CROWMEN. Interesting. We are damaged. It might make for a more interesting fight, so in fact, let us get a few buffs upgraded. Scouting for you, we could do Renowned. You don't really need Plague, as pretty much the only one who should be casting it generally is Skrolk. Experiences cooldown reduction. More Vermintide, in theory. I do like Onslaught. And Potent. Yeah, alright, fine, let's go through this. We'll go through the fighty tree last, because it's not super necessary. These guys aren't doing damage via directly attacking foes. They're doing damage via their auras primarily. Sneaky, Renowned. Oh, did I not get you, Sneaky? Yes, I did. Alright. Rest of that looks good. Skrolky up here. Let's see if you get intercepted, but it's not like it'll be a super big concern, even if you do. And let's see how Yuan Bo reacts. Frankly, I expect that he will attempt to bypass us and hit the High Sentinel and the Floating Pyramid. We are, however, going to... one of them's going to rebel, so most likely one of them will fall to rebels, but anyway. This is why we needed that second army up there. What do we have at Poxmarsh? Oh, like a full stack worth of defenders, plus a stack here. Oh, this is... potentially concerning. Interesting. You are able to reach this, wait. I'm gonna hope that that doesn't screw us. Okay, just in a second though. Mutin, you are first going to start by moving towards Talax. And Vermich and Co, you will hit Burgun. Alright, so you're gonna go here, you're gonna take Burgun. Do we need to sack it? By the looks of it, it is very much sackable. Auto-resolve for obvious reasons, and sack. And please don't move that way. Storm Banner, hello, what do we have here? Hex, armor-piercing, explosive damage, base of explosive damage, missile damage, and it's an anti-missile damage thing. That's kind of interesting, actually. Huh. And we would need to put this on somebody who likes to be in the center of the enemy formation, like on a Brood Horror, maybe on a Lord on a Brood Horror, maybe on, especially with the missile resistance, maybe on a Doom Wheel and another Trickster Shard. Some good pickups there. You have the Standard of Discipline on your Brood Horror, right? We'll give you this for now, Storm Banner. I think it probably would work better on the Doom Wheel. But we'll see. The Doom Wheels can use the... they can use the War Banner instead, and theory and in practice. Anyway, we'll have Vermich, I think, occupied, since Nivaventer still has full movement range. Luton occupy. And Piranha Swamps are ours. Settlement receives play, good, good, good. We'll repair the place and go into expansionist planning while Nivaventer heads down to Zahutek. At least for a turn. And then we'll probably send Nivaventer back down to Oishul to start on an army retrofit. In fact, we've got 2 turns until the dominating scheme, which is the ideal time to retrofit. Ian. Very tempted by this. I will just give it a second. Mutin, you are going as well. We'll see if this place is worth sacking. Oh my... what the heck? Why did it nearly kill the chieftain like that? That's so mean. Alright, poor chieftain. I guess the game knows he's not supposed to be in this army. And we will be taking him out, but nonetheless. Luton occupy. Gotta get that food back up over 80, damn it. Really jumped the gun on the awakening, but what can you do to Lex? We can get you the growth immediately as well. And these guys are now surrounded, so we could wait it out until the mutant can join Ian. We could potentially send Ian, for example, to the shipwreck and then back to the awakening. It might allow the enemy to rebuild their main stack, however, which potentially would be a concern. Pustin. Oh, if you leave Shalanwapek, it'll rebel. Which potentially is not good, meaning you have to stay here for now. Alright, let's move everybody else then. So Ramute, okay, you're gonna join this army. Let's... do we delete the Clan Vulcan? I mean, they're not supposed to be in this army, but they will join the Fire Army with the Warp Fire Throwers, which is... alright, fine, delete one of the other Clan Rats. Sorry, Clan Rats. But you don't serve much of a purpose in our particular faction. Anyway. It is a full stack, and a garrison full stack at that. With the mutant, it would be no problem, and it would be so many weapons teams, together with the mutant. Yeah, fine, we'll wait a turn, not a big deal. Let's go to the shipwreck, auto-resolve it real quick, who knows? Might pick up something good. Explore the island, auto-resolve... no! Won't let us auto-resolve. Alright, we could do just a little fight. I mean... I am most certainly not yet tired of watching the... Yeah, I'm not gonna use Menace below. Not tired of watching the weapons teams go to work. Let's do this real quick.
Prepare to die!
Alrighty, prepared to die indeed. Just a quick little fight with this army, especially before we transferred from Ian to the troops from Ian's army to their proper places, and at least this way we won't suffer any casualties. We're gonna start the battle off with those lovely arcane projectiles from our Plague Claw catapults to destroy this darn enemy carronade here, which should be down very quickly at this right now. And look at that rain of Plague Mortar projectiles. Looks like one more volley will take the carronades out. Does look like they will get at least a couple shots off, which might mean a few of our weapons teams will have suffered damage, but no more as the carronades are all destroyed, and many a zombie will follow suit. Though it is difficult to see them under the effect of those poison winds. Of course, we also have summoned rats to send at the enemy while the bombardment continues. Our Plague Priest and doing decent work. Alright, and the balance power is at about 90% in our favor already. The enemy has not drawn close enough for the warp fire throwers to engage, so we're just going to push them forward a teensy bit and maybe get a few of those volleys off. If once again they are called volleys. There we go, death globes are in range and warp fire throwers are as well. Can't see what's going on in the pile of units due to the poison winds, but I suppose we don't have to see, we just have to burn. Just burn everything in that general direction, and all will be well. Ian's on his brood core now, which should be able to tank that rotting leviathan and at least keep it in place for more damage. The flamethrower is pretty solid at dishing out damage to big single entities like this, so we should be able to burninate it just fine, while the occasional death globe or poison wind globe finds it and does damage to it as well. Leviathan is down to about half HP and is beginning to fade away, and so same goes for the rest of the enemy units. Summoned clan rats taking shots from the enemy, and both summoned clan rats and the enemy taking shots from us, but that's all good. The beastie goes down, we move away, and the enemy army begins to fade, and giving the battle quickly to us. Alright, just had to burninate a few more rats of our own, and I see those weapons of theirs flying. Kinda neat though. Alrighty, there we go. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much impossible to get tired of watching the weapons teams do their thing, and besides, a minor battle or not, the first battle had to be non-cinematic due to the nature of the broken garrison there. Anyway. Yeah, you go back to the Awakening. Especially with him at full HP and sincerely doubt that the enemy will attack us. Got a free bunch of money, but alas, no materials at sea or lost cargo or any of that good stuff. But oh well, what can you do? The rest of you guys, I believe, are good. Pustin has to stay where he is, and Metastorm, I guess, is going to Lothern. Let's hope that it's got a lot of good cash in it. What do we have here? Oh, some. I guess we'll do the Warlock Lab there. 806, but it is a tier 4, and we may as well. Yeah, all the elves are definitely going to declare war on us. Maybe, well, we gotta try to keep it friendly with the, with Marathi. She will hopefully eventually get into fighting with them. Surprisingly, she's attacking these guys instead. Oh well. For now, I believe we got buildings to build, and then we got an intern once again. So, buildings, the Lost Valley. Back to you, Kent. We'll start with the clan barracks. Culkin Plains, you need to switch back into expansionist planning, because you're just about to hit tier 5. River Curveza and Itza, you're fine as you are, just keep on growing. Copper Desert, you're fine. Wallatal, you will need to upgrade to Lanshla. And let's get that food growing as well. And yeah, you're fine. The Night Forest Road is good for now. Keep generating food. You are good for now. Need to get into expansions planning, but in a bit. The Cape's still not paying for it. And Mine of the Bearded Skulls. Yeah, alright, fine. Build the Pits of the Packmasters. About time to get some Packmasters on the field anyway. And build the Pestilent Knave. Once again, they do provide public order in addition to whatever else they do, so I do feel like we should be building them everywhere. Plus, it wouldn't be Pestilence if we didn't have them everywhere. Creeping Jungle, Spectazuma is fine-ish. Public order ain't great, but we gotta wait, so, yeah. Jungles of Green Mist. We will upgrade the food, and we will upgrade the Blood Hall, but it's gonna take a long time, and we'll have to go briefly back to efficient planning for the public order buff. The Headhunter's Jungle, I forgot to set you to expand. Oh, I can't set you to expansions because the public order is too horrid. Alright, fine, let's build up the Altar of the Horned Rat. Warren up. Mosquito Swamps. Or yeah. Let's upgrade you first to Nest Layer. We will do the public order building here. We will do the mine here, and that's all we can do. And we'll get a rebellion shortly. Also got to remember that all these territories, these new territories, are going to cause additional public order problems, because if we're in the red, it's faction-wide negative public order. And all of this is essentially causing it. Which is why you gotta be careful about overexpansion in the early game. Or, well, mid-game now. Nest Layer for you, because it's gonna take 2 turns. This will reduce it by 1, so it'll make no difference, so you can just do it now. And the rest of that, I believe, is good. At least I hope so. You keep generating food. You are about to probably lose a few territories. I'm almost tempted to cancel the... You know what? Let's cancel these. They were somewhat expensive. We can rebuild them. Especially since Yuan Bo is probably going to hit them. Oh, wow, that's a lot of Onyx CROWMEN. Oh, that's actually going to be real interesting, considering we have no air defenses, really. And he went for a very much air-heavy build. Well, let's just hope that he lands and actually tries to fight us, or maybe that he feels that this gives him superiority and actually tries to attack Skrolk rather than these places. We're about to find out. Unassigned skill points, Center City, Imminent Rebellion, that's all fine. Double-check Diplo. Dreadfleet are willing to be friendly, and including trade. Well, if they stay alive, maybe we can be friends. How do... Yeah, they seem to be friendly enough. Who knows? If they stick around, we might be able to get a decent trade agreement with them for a while. We're not piecing out with you, Awakened. Keep an eye on you. 2.7k now. Hey, Kugath, you've moved back to recover the Shattered Stone Bay. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Sent those Caravan of Blue Roses jerks scurrying. And turn. Let's see what these guys do. Is it time for Luther Harkin to recover? Will he defend the Poxmarsh with the last of his armies? He does still have 2 settlements out here, but they shouldn't be a problem. Ah, they're going to run away. Well, I wasn't expecting that, considering they had a full garrison here. Huh, go figure. Oh well. Peace treaty now. Will allow Kugath to continue hammering away at you. Well, peace treaty with them if they're just about to die. Oh, they're the rebellion, right. Do we bother with this? Savage Orc pile, eh? And let's wrap... the clan runs probably won't hold. If we had the Festering Pool available to us, the army ability available to us, this would be a win. If there is good terrain, we might be able to hold them back long enough to kill them off with the Plague Claws. Alright, let's just really, really quickly do this. I'm not so sure we can win, it just depends on the terrain. Alright, we got some passable terrain here. We'll see. Depends on if the enemy is able to push through and the degree to which we can take advantage of this. How much... Yeah, maybe. Alright, this cliffside right behind us. They're attacking us. We need to put you guys like so. And we'll need to use the menace below to help out. The main problem is that the enemy will probably terrify a bunch of these units off the field, but I'm not so sure that we could do anything about it. The other... well, there's no real other option. I mean, there's another cliffside here, but this would interfere with our catapults firing as opposed to this, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, and then you can go back there, you can go in front, and that's all we got. Start battle. Move back there. I wish the edge of the map wasn't here, but well, there's not much we can do. Generally, I make the exception for the edge of the map thing when, like, basically the only good location is close to the edge. Not much you can do about it, otherwise, cliffside ain't doing so great. Maybe we can, maybe we can, damn it. I can do it. Maybe. Okay, yeah, maybe I can't. Alright, fine. Just move it like this. Alright, go there. I'll put you here. Gotta make sure that these guys don't rout. Oh! I didn't check the pox samples. Should have checked those. Oh well, too late. Go here and go here. And we'll start summoning menaces below immediately. Alright, and we'll put you back here as well. Alright, that's menace below 1. And just gotta intersperse the units. Okay, there we go. You're firing away. Alright, getting a little bit of that plague action going. More menace below, please. Just try not to run out of all your ammunition like this. Alright, and start firing like right there. Alright, let's see how long we can hold this for. There we go, there's that plague application. Just gotta make sure not to do too much damage to our own units. Oh, now you're being accurate and firing at the exact spot rather than all over the place, game. How dare you? How frickin' dare you? Alright, well, here come the Savage Orcs. Well, the Clan Rats will be booking it on out of there rather shortly, I'm sure. Ooh, those are gonna be some nice shots, though. Very nice. Get that plague application working for us. Keep the Lord back, and keep the menaces below coming. Alright, like so. You know what I probably should have done? I should have bumped up the number of menaces below. But too late. A single mortar or single death globe unit would have been able to clear this entire horde with reasonably decent ease, but let's hope that the Plague Claw, even if it's an unbuffed garrison Plague Claw, can do it for us. Keep on firing. Enemy units will, just like us, most likely rout and rally. And there's the enemy lord. Alrighty, you. Can you do anything about him? I don't know, but we're going to send you forth. Try to hit him a few times at least. There are more enemy units on the sides as well, so we do have to be careful about that. Just gotta keep the Clan Rats coming. Alrighty, you will need to adjust your firing angles slightly to, let's say, right here. Once again, gotta be careful about killing off too many of our own units. But fire into the middle of this. How's our ammunition looking? Still got decent amounts. Alrighty. Hit that enemy lord a couple of times, but back away if you get down to like half HP. Alright, the Plague Claw is landing, probably applying that plague. Enemy lord is still okay, but so is our lord. Gotta keep watching that. Alright, we got another menace below available to us. How's our flank looking? It's looking okay. I'd rather summon another unit on here. And just in case, just to bump up those numbers. Alright, and single Plague Claw, retarget right here again. Keep hitting that enemy lord. Hey, did I not retarget? Whoops. Or did I? No, I did. Alright, enemy lord is attempting to run. He's wavering at the very least. Not super happy about everything. I am actually reasonably happy with the performance of everybody so far. We got one unit of Skaven slaves running, but that was the unit that was out front and was less likely to have been taking hits from all of the other units. Or from the Plague Claw unit, rather. Alright, I think we're good. I'm gonna speed this up to max now and get a few more shots, and there we go. Alrighty, everybody but the Lord. Go here, Plague Claw, switch this. And okay, it's going to be a few more hits into us, but we probably want to chase down as many of the enemy units as we can. I think it means more food, potentially. Though at the same time... wait, let's get a few more shots. Okay, you know what? Summon menace below here. The orcs do run pretty fast. Do they actually run as fast or faster than the Skaven? Damn. I'm impressed by that. No, keep firing away at them. No, we might not be able to catch them. Well, catch some of them at least. And let's see here. Max speed, and we actually suffered barely any casualties, but well, the terrain was the deciding factor. Obviously, if we had just a straight up open battlefield, it would have been a lot more difficult. And of course, the Plague Claw. 1,000, oh damn, 155,000 damage and 1,100 kills. That's pretty solid. I am very happy with that Plague Claw. Well, you should probably... Okay, it's a defensive garrison, or it's a garrison Plague Claw, so it doesn't... It can't be named. These are Savage Orcs of the Blue Vipers tribe. Somebody come up with a name that is related to the Blue Vipers and their destruction somehow. And they can name one of the other Plague Claws in another army related to this, because I think this unit deserves a little bit of a reward for this, doesn't it? Alright, I think the rest of these guys are just gonna get out, whatever, it's all good. Shouldn't come back for another go. And there's also Yuan Bo. And then we'll have to see if he actually shows up, or whether he runs having sighted Skrolk. Well, the fact that he has 2 armies might mean that we might be able to force him to sally out from his main territory, all depending. We will take the money once again, and hey, that puts us to where we want to be in food. Huh? Why are you looking over here, game? Oh, is this where those other armies ran? And yeah, trait gain Tunneler for Skrolky, Grievous for Vermich, Rebellion in Aymara Swamps. Oh, that's the one we just, yeah. Oh, we're not able to reach him? Okay, wait, the Blue Vipers might be blocking us. Kill this. Resolve. This better not do a ton of damage to our army. Now we're okay. And go for the heal, because we might be fighting immediately. Don't tell me what. No, we're not out of range. Oh, fantastic, Skrolky. I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, we're gonna need all the extra food, so go for this immediately. I want to see what that defeat trait is. And... oh, it's an ambush. Oh, Yuan Bo, you poor thing. I was genuinely not expecting this. The ambush won't work so well against the Onyx CROWMEN, however. I guess it'll just depend on whether they decide to land or not. And I'm interested to see whether Yuan Bo will actually try to run, or whether he'll try to... fight. Gonna be interesting to see. Let's find out right now. Ah, poor guy. Go. Alright, here we go. I'd wager this is going to be a rather quick fight. That is a lot of Onyx CROWMEN that the enemy has. A big ol' pile of birds. And, well, if we had Howling Warpgale in this particular army, it would be pretty darn nasty. And keeping all of these guys locked down. Still a pretty cool shot with that many Onyx CROWMEN. I don't often see that many built at once. Anyway, they're going to head down and attempt to attack our infantry units, our Plague Monk Sensor Bearers, but fortunately we have that lovely Plague of Undeath trait. Cannot die for 150 seconds, so even if the Onyx CROWMEN come down, and even if they do decent damage to the pile of Sensor Bearers, they're just not going to be able to bring any of them down. At least not for now. And I'm willing to bet that the relative fragility of the CROWMEN sees a lot more of them die in droves before they do anything to the Sensor Bearers. We got more of our units moving in, and Skrolk has moved to Yuan Bo, but has managed to take about half of his HP in damage, forcing us to pop that healing potion. Yuan Bo is a pretty strong fighter, being the Emperor's executioner and all that, but with the Sensor Bearers quacking away at him, and with Skrolk activating his Rod of Corruption, it looks like Yuan Bo will be terrified and will start running away, all the while Skrolk continues healing on the double with the regen and the potion of healing, quickly getting him back up to full HP. Yuan Bo didn't even have a chance to transform. Too bad. So sad. Anyway, the rest of his army is in pretty darn bad shape, getting very quickly surrounded and mobbed by our units. Of course, we also have summons going on all over the place, and the enemy are pinned and surrounded with those plague furnaces working overtime. Onyx CROWMEN are beginning to fade away as they have elemental instability, or whatever that ability, or whatever that's called, beginning to crumble essentially, and there are very few of them left, though plenty corpses below, and very few, if any, losses to the Plague Monks. 179 kills and 20k damage on these guys, for example. Definitely got to name some more of the Sensor Bearers, as long as I remember. Alright, kill off the last of the CROWMEN. I suppose one good thing about fighting CROWMEN is even as the entire enemy army attempts to run away, the CROWMEN will be destroyed to the last. Speaking of being destroyed, looks like Yuan Bo is being chased down by Skrolky. And we should be able to bring him down. I'm interested to see what his defeat rate is as well. Alright, the sensor bearers are kind of blocking Skrolk off, but it's alright, just his presence will mean that Yuan Bo is slowly melting, and the sensor bearers also have that plague of or aura of rot as well, so they don't technically have to even hit him, they just have to be near him. Oh, and Skrolk takes a swing, which does, I think, not connect, actually. A bit unfortunate. Try again, Skrolky. There you go. That one also did not connect. Oh, come on, man. I just want to see the death animation. And that one did connect. Alright, one more time. Finally got... He looks kind of funny when he's running around trying to get that hit in. But anyway, with that, Yuan Bo will go down and apparently disappear. Huh, interesting. I wonder what his... there... Why did his model disappear? What the heck? What is going on, game? Why is his model disappearing like that? Strange. Well, either way, he's down now, and his model keeps popping in and out of existence. Shouldn't it be disappearing when we're far away, not when we're close to it? Oh! Huh, interesting. Maybe what's happening is that it thinks he's dragon-sized, so it pops him off as the camera normally makes units disappear when you get too close like this, but it's assuming that he is his dragon size, maybe? I don't know. I'm just making excuses for the game anyway. I don't know if the enemy did anything to us. Let's find out. Oh man, 0 losses. We did take some damage, as we can clearly see. 28k, 29k, or 28k, 2.8k, 2.9k, etc. Around 3,000 damage on pretty much all. Oh, 4,000 on this one. On all the Onyx CROWMEN. But alas for them, they didn't kill any models of sensor bearers. They just damaged them. And we're still not at max food, but we're getting plenty of cash for our trouble, so well done. Now out of curiosity, we're at 24... Hawk samples are 1 short. Wins magic cost -10 for all spells, lords. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing in particular for Lord Skrolk, who loves to spam his Plague Priest Vermintides. That'll make them even cheaper, as it'll combine with the Scab Discard, and it'll make for cheaper Pestilent Births as well. Beautiful. That was a really good trait to have. I'm happy with that. Sword of Striking, Dwarf Thing Menace for our upcoming Doomflayer army. Well, not just Doomflayers, but lots of stuff. Unfortunately, Skrolky can't reach Pawash, but, well, he'll be able to next turn, so we're fine. Looks like I didn't need to cancel these. Well, damn it. But well, what can you do? I am a little bit upset that the armies here ran away, because now we also don't know where they are. Well, either way, I guess, Ian, you're going to head out to the Fuming... Oh. Well, I guess the mutant should be able to take this on his own, though I guess if the proximity of the enemy will allow them to attack, it remains to be seen. It really just depends on where they went. Alright, auto-resolve this. Doesn't look like it'll kill the chieftain. I obviously don't need to fight this again. And, okay, I gotta get rid of that dwarf hide banner, I keep forgetting. And yeah, it's what the heck, chieftain? Okay, lose the banner. It might be the banner doing this, I'm not sure. And I guess sack it again. Yeah. Hey, maxed out second settlements, beautiful. Mechanics, scroll of blast, and we had a blast, loot and occupy. Jungle of Webs is ours, and go for the expansionist. Planning there and repair this. Hey, access to pottery too. Probably not as useful as it is for the high elves, but still I'm sure somewhat useful. I'll resolve this. And occupy. Don't bother sacking it because you wouldn't be able to not move away. And don't collect the income here, but repair. And the Star Tower will be the last settlement remaining to these guys. Once again, it's just too bad that you can't vassalize as the Skaven, and I still find it odd that you can't. But oh well. Because vassalizing at least other Skaven clans is built into the Skaven lore. Like I said, I don't know, like 5 episodes ago or whatever it was. Clan Pestilens has at least half a dozen different clans. Clan Morbidus, Clan Fester, Clan whatever. They're all their vassal clans or thrall clans, so why not? Anybody who's willing to live the horrible life of being a thrall to a Skaven faction should be given the opportunity. Anyway, Nidaventur, you need to move southward for a retrofit, my friend. I guess Vermich does as well, but to this place, what's the likelihood that it rebels? Our military presence is currently at 11. Well, we can move into Vaventer. In fact, what we can do is jump you or move you, march dance you to Ashlodal, like so. We can move you to Schlanmapek and get that public order fixed again, as we don't need you at this border now, or at least I hope we don't. Vermich, you're going to go Zahutek, and we're actually going to make you a proper army as well, since, yeah, maybe it's time for retrofits for all of you. It's going to take effort to invade Cathay after all, and most likely, oh no, the Galleon's graveyard did indeed fall. Oh, the elves are going to turn on us, like right now. Oh, what can you do? And the funny thing is, the Elven territory is like the only ones we don't like, but I guess we could just raise a bunch of territories there. Or, wait, is the Dreadfeet actually dead? Yeah, they're dead. Shame. Check diplomacy while we're at it. Exquisite Pain, Clan Rictus, no. They are getting a little bit closer to confederatability, though, which is not too bad. Blue Roses, offering us less money now. No way. And I guess that's it for this turn, other than Metastorm, who's going to set up a... I was about to say set up a Warlock Laboratory at Lothern, but if we're intending to raise Lothern, maybe we go all the way up to Gaian Vale instead. Just go up to Gaian Vale. It's safer. Or, well, yeah, we could do the next one up here. I was just about to say maybe we can send them to Altdorf or something. Or Nagarond. Oh! Nagarond is surrounded by chaos corruption. It might be they might be dead, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so Skrolk is stuck. Building still has to be done, however, so... Oh, wait. What we want to see here is heroes, so assassins, silent executioner, melee attack when sieging. No, thank you. Vermin Vanguard enemy armor for characters. That's fine. And I do like the melee defense bonus. I would really prefer it if these guys got something that gave them a... Oh, we have access to Ashen Sorcerers as well now, yes. Black Whirlwind cooldown. That's solid. Infamous Rat gives the Dreaded trait, as well as cheaper Brittle Bone. Shadowbinder cooldown for Veil of Shadows. That's also really nice, because we do like to spam that. And we'll probably want at least 2 Eshin Sorcerers in the Eshin army. Speaking of, we got, okay, 1 turn until this, assuming we don't pop the Pestilens scheme again, so it's coming. Warlock Engineer we still have no capacities for, so we'll have to wait on you. Yeah, it's really hard to get those Warlock Engineers. Just gotta try to get enough money to get more of these Warp Turbine plants. They're so expensive. Oh, materials, let's see. We gotta make a sort of auto-resolve capable pirate army, so that they can hopefully find us some nice islands. But anyway, let's do buildings for now, and if we have money remaining, we might get a few other things. Plague Abbey, a little bit on the expensive side. I have been meaning to get at least 1 clan summit, so we should probably start on it. Definitely the Warpstone Reactor and the Temple of the Horned Rat. And every single place needs a construction cavern, so we'll do that. And I guess we'll wait on the Plague Abbey. We probably have other things to build right now, so we'll wait. Alright, Golden Colossus, you're fine. Guanji Valley, yes to the food. And we've got, okay, next turn, so you're fine. Turtle Isles, you will switch to expansionist planning for a turn. Spinosotek, you can keep building your Molder thing. And we do need more Rat Ogre and stuff capacity, since we're going to get Ian some... for the retrofit. The thing is, if we're going to leave Illustria, we need to leave Illustria with, you know, powerful armies. Because for a while, at least, while they invade territories, they will be relatively unsupported. Alright, let's just upgrade this, and then we'll immediately switch back to food generation. Good. Night Forest Road, you are fine for now. Keep generating food. Citadel of Dusk, still not paying for it. Temple of Kara, Underdocks, and Overseer's Lookout, and I guess food for now. Yeah. How's your public order? Oh. We're gonna have to go into efficient planning. For a turn, at least. Alright, Jungle of Green Mist. Jungles of Green Mist go into Giant Fungi Caverns, and you're in efficient planning as well. Gotta fix our public order everywhere so that it is you know, compounding and fixing itself everywhere. Exploitative planning is fine here. Pox Marsh. I guess we can wait until next turn to upgrade this stuff, so we'll wait on it. Mosquito Swamps, yes to the Timber Mill, and... oh, look at that public order. And yes to the public order building. Also got to remember the public order buildings generate the most cash, so as for all the infrastructure buildings, so it's a good reason, a good idea to build them, generally speaking. Zadokot House and public order. Sacred Pools, you are nearly ready to go to next tier, so at least briefly, you're going to head to Expansionist Planning. I'm Mara Swamps, let's start with the High Sentinel, restart it, because we cancelled those under the assumption that the Rebellion or Yuan Bo would attack them, but he was a coward. Or perhaps he saw the writing on the wall and what happened to him next turn. Anyway, and diplomacy check real quick, I don't imagine that there's anything, but, well, gotta repeatedly check it. 88.8. And we're good. Unassigned skill points, building upgrades available under city, ignored because it's not worth our time. Well, you know what? Maybe we build the undercity spreader thing. This thing. It does cause food consumption a little bit, but you know what? Maybe we wait. Maybe allow the undercities to start spreading out of the ancient city of Quintex, as long as we can maintain friendliness with these guys instead of fighting them. Hopefully they fight somebody else up here. Frankly, I'm shocked that the Daughters of the Forest are still alive. But I imagine they won't be up for too long, or won't be alive for too long. Morathi! Oh, for the love of, I was just talking about you, damn you, Morathi. Don't make us put a warp bomb under ancient city of Quintex, because we will absolutely do it. Or we could plaganate it. The problem with plaganating Morathi is if we want to be friends with her, the destruction of her main settlement and the perma-plaguing it, what it will do... Dreadfully destroyed. Unfortunate. What it will do is essentially weaken her so much that the High Elves will be able to destroy her, and that's not a good thing. Oh, Ian, you've already defeated Luther. Damn. And we can't get this defeat rate on anybody else. I guess we could besiege it and try to get the mutant over here, but I guess it's not super critical. Where did those stacks go, though? Where are they sailing? Who are you at war with other than us? Nobody. So where did they go? Weird. Chakor receives plague. Oh, speaking of plagues, we have the final blessing. What we now need is... it doesn't really matter which one. Festering Pool, I say we use more than Filth Regeneration, so let's go for Vile Tide comes. Alright, good. Metastorm, how close are you to Gaian Vale? I'd like to see how much money it's generating, though. 461, way less than Lothern. You know what? Screw it, do Lothern. Maybe we'll sack everything around it, or raise everything around it, and maybe by then it'll spread some stuff around. Slanashi giggle, and hello! Mother Stankia! Wellity, wellity, wellity. I'm willing to bet that she won't actually attempt to land if we, if we get Lord Skrolk over here. She'd be too afraid to. We can take Pawash. Or we could sack it and then move back. We could definitely get to the High Sentinel, but we can't make her actually fight us. And once again, ignoring these guys, and these guys are canceling their agreements because you're not enough of a threat, but that's just the AI bias being an irritant. Anyway, folks, I think with that, we are pretty much out of time, or at the very least, if we want to keep it to roughly an hour, then that's what we are going to do now. I'm going to call it here. Next time, we wipe out the Awakened for good. Kind of tempted to do it just now so that the episode ends with them dead. However, if we potentially want to get the mutant the defeat trait, we'd want to wait a turn. Especially since I doubt that these guys would sally out. It is 20% spell resistance. And it is solid. And the mutant is always out front and getting hit by stuff and has no spell resistance to speak of. So it certainly might be worth our time, but we'll figure it out next time. Either way, Lustria is pretty much all ours, or at least southern Lustria. We are heading up to the Isthmus of Lustria and hopefully destroying Heshuatl next turn, or next episode. The retrofits will begin for the rest of our armies, and we'll be heading through the sea lanes to Cathay with a few of them, while the rest stay here and either defend or start moving out and attacking all the stuff out here. And that's the plan anyway. We'll see if it falls through or works out. Stay tuned for more rats. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially the threshold. All glory to the algorithm. and thanks for watching.